Welcome to a zerok mid-sized team game on Supreme Strait version 1.3. It's a large map. It has a lot of metal in the middle, a lot of reclaim, and also really big maxes. 4.3 metal maxes, at least 6 of them already just in the middle, 6 of them in total on the map, and even the normal maxes are 2.3, so actually quite good as well. Now, let's introduce our players. We've got in the purple, it is Logics with Shipyard. In the green, it is Tanks for SN Hawk. Airplanes, it is for Tarkin in the light blue. In the grey, we have yet to get a factory, going to be Cloakbots for Katze. I don't know. In the blue, the normal, standard old blue, already going for a geothermal, but also going for MFPods, it is Razor MF. In the green-ish, yeah, a bit of a green-blue combo, it's Elmo's Minion with Jumbots. And the last two players, it is in the dark green. Someone who is, here it is, where the Hunters with the Shipyard Factory for Please Peace. And in the light blue teal, it is Hovers for Tarkin again? Because that wasn't Tarkin, that was Crimson Jupiter. Never mind then. I'm colorblind, I guess. Versus on this side, in the orange, it is A24654. Yep, going for fusion already. And an airplane factory. In the teal-ish, no, not teal, beige. It is Flaming Pope with no factory yet, also does not have it planned. Then in the yellow it is I'm not even going to try, Pro Randy Commander with Shipyard, who's already being pressured by daggers, and it is going to be gunships for them there. Then in the brown we've got Jumbots for Shony Pony. Already have a geothermal up as well. In the second bash, though I am not going to focus on it yet, because look, there it is, daggers already going to be taking down the geothermal you would have expected, but no, they are just going to take down a metal extractor and then run through. No defenses here, except for 2 blast wings. What do they hit? Well, they do hit 1 or 2 little daggers. Are indeed able to take down 1. This one could very easily go down as well. Indeed it does. And the next blastwing is already out, but it kind of misses. I mean, this one is hit just barely, but not exactly great. Another mech going down. Factory is not going down. At least I would not expect it to go down, but since Commander is just walking forwards, it very easily could go down. Blastwing's not being constructed anymore, so indeed it does seem to be going down. Magpie doesn't have AoE, so it is not able to save the factory either. So Tarkin is going to clean up the factory just like that. And over here is going to be raiding even more. Crane realistically should go down. Metal Extractor will go down. And with this many daggers, still 6 of them left, you could easily just snipe 1 or 2 of the fusions. Because yeah, as I said, Magpie doesn't really have AoE. It's slow, well not especially slow, but reloading it takes quite a lot of time, of course. But at the same time, Tarkin, seemingly not seeing, no they are seeing that, not reacting to it. Not going to the fusions. Commander is just standing there, not going to move around to kill the daggers. And the Magpie is also not actually shooting at them. So, could we see another factory go down? I know you're not a very high level player, but what are you focusing on that you couldn't deal with those daggers? One of them still alive, but will, I would assume at least, be cleaned up shortly. Even just by accident. By the commander or something. And they already say GG, and you know what? I get that there is a good chance this kind of thing would be GG. Normally it would be. But actually, 118% attrition for Southwest. Where is that coming from? Well, because the middle and over here, they have been taking good fights. They've lost part of their base, but they only lost like 4 maxes, they only lost 1 factory in a team game that doesn't matter all that much, and they are 40 to 50 metal ahead. Mostly because, well, they do have that metal. Those big maxes there. 4 of them have been secured already. And there is was all that reclaim, which they did all snag up as well. Over here, Corsairs also going to be taking down those hunters. And just like that, C has been conquered. They're building another factory, but that's not going to go up ever. So Tarkin will have to help out there as well. Then what? Well, there are still 2 maxes, but probably not too important to take those yet. And there is the raid again. Another 10 daggers coming in. What is Tarkin able to do this time? They're able to clean up 3 maxes. Nice. 10 daggers is also enough to snipe a commander, though with support I don't remember if 10 is enough. I don't think so. Might actually be though. Since engineer of course doesn't have that much HP. But with those fences it wouldn't have been enough. Anyways, still moving through. Eco has not been reconstructed, so not a big deal actually. Now the question is Orange going to use their magpies? They can't rearm them, so that is also a bit of an issue. Even if they do use them, they can just take down a couple of daggers. But Tarkin deciding to just move through. I don't think I like that, but at the same time you were scared of the commander and I do get that. But over here you are going to lose 1 or multiple daggers at least, but once again going to be cleaning up 3 more maxes. These 3 undefended as well, just a shipyard close, so you cannot defend them. So yeah, you do have a good eco, a lot more reclaim than the enemy, and even a little bit more overdrive, though overdrive is more equal than it seems. Still, you are going to lose a lot of maxes. You've lost, well, those 4, those 3, these 3, those 3 you're going to lose. And you're going to be losing Caretaker as well. At the same time, if you get too close to shore, your daggers could be cleaned up before you take down all of the eco. Caretaker is gone, and now you need to finish these off indeed. He is going to do that, so that is nice. And their C player, Northwest C, streaming in units, but they have managed to get up a big enough ball of them that they can hold their own. It's not as if they're just streaming them in one by one. They have enough forces, so the factory is going down as well. This is all undefended, so that can be cleaned up. But hey, the middle, something we haven't looked at, but it is completely conquered by Southwest, and they have a lot here. They've got a lot of slings, they've got a lot of rectors, good number of rovers as well. So yeah, Tarkin being sneaky around the sides, and once again a big dagger ball. Is that going to be enough to stop that push? I told you so, Logics. I don't know what you told them, but it's fine. C, both sides, well not both sides, but like this side completely conquered by Northwest. This side, well yeah, no, with all of those Corsairs, Tarkin isn't going to conquer that with daggers. And over here, Ravager, soaking a lot of damage. So dagger doesn't really take them down all that easily. But at the same time, it is seemingly a bit of a metal donation there for Tarkin. Right? I mean, losing all of those daggers. Couple of Ravagers still alive. You did clean up the fences, but that's not all that expensive either. And now, just 4, 5 daggers against the Lotus. Helping out with the Magpie, not exactly good. And now they are resigning. Northwest is resigning this match already. Commander going down over here as well. Tarkin, how much are you able to do? You've now got this side under control as well. You've got all of those hunters and all that. You've got an Amphipod factory. What can Tarkin do? Yeah, I don't think Tarkin can really do a whole lot. Just on their own, they are not able to hold back this many players. But they're going to try. More daggers coming in. Advanced geothermal. If it goes down, explodes real nicely, so it could take down a couple thousand worth of metal in its death explosion. Over here now, well, You've got all of those racketeers that are going down to the daggers. So all of a sudden, this fight is pretty good for Tarkin. You're not making up for that deficit though. That's the issue. Still, this is also vulnerable to raiders. Maybe if you can just get that envoy up, or like get a couple of these units to the shoreline, put a bit of pressure on them that they can't retreat all that far. Could be good. But for now, Tarkin is still just going around with their daggers and just cleaning up all of those units. You can just keep on moving, they can't, so that's a couple more slings gone. There goes the geothermal. And how much does the geothermal take with it? Well, maybe a lot. I don't really know how much they already lost before. The fight isn't good. And you do lose, of course, quite a lot of eco there. And now Tarkin going to take their units around. I mean, it still does not look good for Northwest, but hey. Now you're raiding with glaives as well. Don't really see a lot of riots here. I'm really surprised about Cool Cat's forward fusion. I guess that can deal with raiders if it wants to. And more daggers from Tarkin coming in, but yeah, over there, energy pylon already getting cleaned up. Glaives will clean up the last couple of Ravagers. Well, last couple except for this one, because this one is being highly annoying. Cleaning up Caretaker and all that, so factory will be slowed down a lot as well. And over here, are the Licos going down? No, they're not, at least I don't think so. And Crimson Jupiter, once again, going to ask for a vote to resign, and it does indeed look very grim. Tarkin tried the best. They did everything right, and yet they cannot save the team. The push through the middle was just too strong for Southwest. 100 versus 200 eco. Not really something you can come back from, especially not when the enemy is at 140% attrition as well. Resign now peacefully. Well, I don't think Tarkin is going to resign. At least not yet. They're going to hold on and... yeah, Tarkin is indeed going to hold on until the last factory has gone down. Because, well, yeah, there are no riots. Maybe sending in a lot of daggers could work. Piercing through all of the enemy units could maybe help. Right? I mean, they are all clumped up. A lot of it is artillery, is not really going to hurt your daggers all that much. So maybe it can take good fights. Currently, 200 destroyed, only a couple hundred lost for Team Northwest. Teammate in the over here, in the grey, Katze. Not the best player, but certainly is doing what they should. Stream in all of those raiders. And just try to get all of the kills. Over here, the mysteries, good with their AoE of course. It's going to try and hold the line, multiples of course. But even that, it's probably not enough. Tarkin once again moving away. You would like to see them try to take down all of the reinforcements. And they say if North spammed raiders at this, they would eventually win. There is a chance, but I think it is too late. Because, yeah, double the eco, even if you take bad fights, it doesn't really matter if you just can pump out so much more than the enemy. Commander over here, still pretty healthy, I mean it's 5000 HP, but will also slowly go down. There it goes. Its shield was not enough against the thugs. And now it is Tarkin who asks for the resign, so that means we are finally going to have the resign called, at least I would assume so. Since they were of course the one to vote no last time. And Tarkin, still, even though they want to resign, going to try their best. Going to raid once again. Try to take down that enemy eco. But there it is, I mean, we're only 14 minutes in, but Trinity is up. Producing a nuke already. Even if you do stream in all of the raiders in the world, they can just nuke you in like 2 minutes. And you're not going to have the metal to afford an anti-nuke. If you even think you're going to need it at this stage. I mean, who thinks to have like an anti-nuke ready in like 16 minutes. Especially when the enemy is also investing a lot into army themselves. But yeah, they just have so much eco that they can afford both army and the nuke. Ravagers running through. Clay is going to try the best, but chasing, so will eventually even go down to the Ravagers. Especially because you have a big ball of them. And we'll soon be at the factory of Tarkin, and if we are, once we are there, it is going to be GG, for sure. The last one to go down. Well, maybe not last one, because there is still a shipyard that's technically not by Tarkin. And all of those constables going to make a lot of Newton towers, but I don't think those are really going to make a dent. They're not exactly units to destroy, or like buildings to destroy the enemy. And there it is, GG is finally called. Tarkin really tried their best, but even they were not able to hold on to the big push in the middle. So even with the devastating raid from Tarkin, Team Southwest simply had more eco and more value. Way more value.